Hello, this is Randy. I am part of Brain Break with Keith and Randy. I think it's actually supposed to be Randy and Keith, but anyway, Keith is not here. And I thought I would take a few minutes to tell you a little bit about myself and have Keith do the same. Uh, I'm a 66-year-old grandfather of 10. I spent roughly 40 years in the chemical industry teaching people about chemistry. Started in sales, ended up in the technical side of things, and I really enjoyed it. When the pandemic hit, I lost my job due to funding problems that were brought on. There was a credit crunch when the pandemic hit. And after a short time, I realized I didn't enjoy being retired. I had been too active throughout my life. And so I went looking for opportunities. I did quite a few things. I worked for CarMax for almost 2 years. I drove for Uber and Lyft. I did consulting. Consulting was difficult at the time because you couldn't see people face to face in the states that were close to me, notably California and Arizona. And I enjoyed doing what I was doing. I still do some consulting, but at one point, one of the schools in my neighborhood said, "Hey, you spent some time doing science. Any way you'd be interested?" So I started substitute teaching, and I found I really enjoyed it. I started out insisting only doing secondary, basically high school. Then they got me down into junior high, which is a little different, and then asked me if I would take I think it was a sixth grade class. And in my mind, I said that was secondary as well. And then I did a fifth grade class, and that wasn't so bad. And then one day they desperately needed somebody to do a second grade class, just till they could get somebody else. And I said, okay, under those circumstances, I'll come in. And after 2 hours, I called the office and said, "You don't need to find anybody else. We're having a great time." And I ended up substituting for that second grade class for 3 days in a row, and just had a tremendous time. So I've been substituting ever since, um, and have enjoyed the experience. I've been a long-term sub a couple of times, and I didn't enjoy that as much because I think over time you see the real problems that a classroom has. And but taking the class for a few days is interesting. I find I really enjoy teaching, especially math and science, and it's been a great time. So I'll tell more experiences as time goes on, so you've got a little bit of an idea of what uh, I've run across in my life. I haven't given you very much of a history, uh, but we'll call this a start.